Yellow, my lovely fall goblins and makers. Thanks for popping in and hanging out for just a little bit. I promise it's gonna be just a little bit, a short video. Let's see how long I stick to that. But I'm Ligia Mancia, Art for Ligia on the Instagrams, and right here on the YouTubes, it is Ligia in October. And this here little channel is where I don't know what I'm doing, but I like to share my falls and stumbles I take along and share them with you so we can learn together in this arty and crafty path where I don't pretend to know what I'm doing, because I really don't know what I'm doing. My toxic trait is I like to say I can do that, and then quickly find out I really don't know, but I'm here for the fun and to laugh at myself. And you can laugh at me too, because yeah. So anyways, it's been a super busy month and it's already here towards the end of October, and I signed up and overcommitted myself with a lot of things, knowing I would have a really busy October, but I said, sure, I could do that, no problem. So I'm just here to show you what I have been working for the last 2 weeks. I've not touched my OctoBER Zine, my BER Zine for the month of October. I think the last I stopped was, I don't know, the 12th, 13th, I don't know. Because I went on a retreat and I met so many cool people. But then after that, I've not touched it. And instead I've been working on this because I belong to a face group called the Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artist Group. And if you don't know them, not familiar, check them out. You do have to request to join, but it is the group of friendliest, most supportive bunch of mixed media artists or any type of artist that I'm a member with. And what I say, I have really great friends that I'll never have the pleasure and the honor of meeting in person, but I did get to meet 7 of them on a retreat about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it's already about 2 weeks ago. So it was from October 10th through the 12th. It took a road trip to Fairview, Illinois, Belleville, and it was hosted by Becky Bokern, which I'll put her contact info. She's got a YouTube channel too, and it was a blast. And it was the first one she hosted, and I hope she does it again next year because it was pretty cool, and I hope I get to see these wonderful gals that I had the honor of meeting and making friends and laughing so hard. So anyway, in the Makers of Mixed Media group, there's usually there is always a monthly swap that you can sign up, and I did sign up. And of course I said, I can do it, no problem, which I think it wouldn't have been a problem if I hadn't been over ambitious on what I'm going to do. And this is what I'm going to show you. So the trade is creating 3 ATC cards that we will exchange, and along with it to create a let me bring this closer down. I know there's a reflection, but because I used printed paper, and that's anyways, I don't know why. Anyways, there is a reflection, so sorry about that. But in any case, along with the 3 ATC cards, we're supposed to also make a ATC wallet holder. And this is the wallet holder I created, which I don't think really counts as a wallet. I think it's more like a booklet. But, I interpreted the way that I wanted to. So the ATC cards, I finished 2 weeks ago, it's just been this booklet that I saw. This maker, she's a bookmaker, a paper maker, Kit Davy is what her name is, and she also has a YouTube channel, though not a whole lot of postings, but she posts a lot on Instagram is where I stumbled upon her, and she makes some pretty cool stuff with paper and little booklets, and she also offers classes for a fee, and I signed up for one, and I just been watching it a few times, and I thought, how cool, I'm gonna make it, I can do that. And of course we can do things, it's just that I've never made it before, and I had to create 3 prototypes before I felt confident to do this. And even then, some things I'm like, oh man, maybe to keep in mind. But anyway, so here's my wallet, or my little booklet that I created with ATC cards. And if I get up early and roll out of the house earlier, I can make a stop to the post office before heading out to my art class, my painting class. I'm taking an oil painting class. But let me hustle it along, because I think this one is probably 7 minutes long, and according to my ghostie, it's past my bedtime on a Friday night. Look at that, he's so appalled that I'm not going to bed. But anyways, I'm on my kitchen table. My cat is in front of me. He's snoozing along, but he usually likes to be a nosy Rosie around here. He doesn't like going into my craft room to hang out in there. And if you visited before, you know I have theories, you know, that I believe that I got a ghost in there, and I think that's why he keeps away. But he's an old man, and I know he wants to be around me, so I'm trying to spend as much time with him as possible, though most of the times he wants to be right on top of me, and I can't do anything. So we talked, we had a conversation, and we compromised it. I'll bring my craft stuff out to the kitchen table. You can be in front of me. Let me flip this over so you can see. Right there. And you can snooze, and we'll be together, and that's how we hang out. No problem. And so he said, yeah, that'll work for me. That works. So yeah, so that's where I'm at. I'm not in my craft room, so that's all right. Anyways, let's get down to this. So it's a booklet. It's a book. It's an ATC book, and I really had a lot of fun making it, even though I got frustrated, mostly because work has been really tough, and I'm having to carve out time, getting home late, try and make dinner, and trying to make this little booklet. So the theme doesn't have to be Halloween or anything spooky. It was left up to us to do what we wanted. We could do some theme, whatever we wanted for the month of October, but I like everything spooky. This is my eyeball. This is my all-seeing eye. And well, mostly all things spooky. There is a line I draw on certain things. So I had these digital printouts that I had purchased. It wasn't very costly, and I really like these, and I had printed out a bunch last year. I didn't use everything, and I figured it's time to use them up. So this is where I used it, and I created 3 pages and 3 ATC cards. So I'm gonna walk you through of what it is. So really, it's a lot of spider haunted house type of deal. So I think this one is cool, of kind of like a decaying wall or something, and you got some doily that looks like a spider web with something questionable growing there, mildew or something. And here's our cool spider in the web. And over here there's more, of course. And then I did this cutout of another printout. Look at that creepy guy. I mean, I would be creeped out if I saw him in my backyard, because that's what he looks like. He's someone's backyard. I think I got some glue in there, so I just got to go through it and remove any dried up glue. But here is the first ATC card, and I got a little window there, and there's that creepy lady staring right back at you. I won't be able to pull this out because I don't want to tear it, but you see something. She's got a crown up above, so figured that was pretty cool. But here is a TC card I made out with some gel prints and some book page that I picked up from Becky Bokern's retreat, and did some gel printing there. You can't see anymore, but I think it was a medical dictionary. And then these were little Tim Holtz paper doll cutouts, and then I used alcohol marker to add them some color and some creepiness there, alcohol markers. And of course I had to use the bat wings on the boy, and this was the girl, and I covered her face with a skull mask. And so she is mine in death. I'm not quite too sure where I was going with that, but thought it was cool. And this is like this is actually little stickers that are 3D, so see, it's got some dimension there. And I think they were meant for acrylic nails, to stick them on your nails, but I think these were cool to use as stickers or embellishments on mixed media. And then a little bit on the backing, and then of course some of my artist trading information. That's my real name, that's my social media name right there, Legia Mancia. My contact info in there. So anyways, so that's the first one, the first section page. Let me just make sure I slide it in and it doesn't catch on anything. So that's one page. And then the next page was a cutout of this really cool, another digital printout of the Ouija board. It was bigger. Going again with the haunted house theme. Maybe there's some mediums that come into that house to try to communicate with the dead, the departed that may be still lingering. And going again with the haunted house. So here's another cutout of Tim Holtz paper doll. And this is a sticker of a fly. So I did some fussy cutting, and I thought the doll, she wasn't holding anything, but it looked like she may have, they probably removed what she's holding on to, right? But I figured, that would be cool if that was her. The giant fly right there was her pet, and picture frame. And then did some cutouts from some book pages. The ghost that haunted me had disappeared. I don't know, I think I didn't read the story, but I think it was from a Reader's Digest type of booklet with some stories. So it was a love story, but in the end the wife dies and the husband is grieving, and he's telling some guy, I didn't read it, I just read the last page where I cut this out, that the guy ends it that all the ghosts, I don't know if the people or what happened in the story, had disappeared. Anyways, this is background is also a gel print, and I'll put the information of this stencil, but I really love this stencil and I really like this color combination. I hope I can recreate it because I really like that combo. And so I'm trying to keep my color theme purple and blue on these ATCs, so that's what you're going to be seeing. Those are my favorite colors, blue and purple, and red as well. I mean, you know. Anyways, so and here's I used a brayer off as my background. I think those colors are really cool as well, and some of my contact info. This is a stamp created by actually Becky, so I'll put that info there where you can get it, but they're pretty handy. They look really pretty. They make the ATC cards look really cool. All right, so I created this page with this, I guess this called, the Kit Davy called it a diamond slit. I think I have my prototype pages here where I named them, and I was doing all my notes, so I can recreate it. So they're just a little, I think I used too thick of stock paper for my ATC. They're really thick, and so is this paper. So I'm trying to create one for myself because I think it's pretty cool. Maybe I'll give it to a friend, you know, because I like giving things away. Let me see, where is it? Where a thinner ATC. Oh shoot. Well, here are all my pages for that I did for my prototyping. These are I'm missing one page, but that's not important. Oh no, where is my where's the other one that I was making? Oh, I think I left it in the craft room. There was no reason to bring it over because I was not going to work on it. But anyways, I think thinner stock paper for the ATC, because I actually use plain cards, and then when you put glue on the prints, right, some of them are on thick paper, so it just added more thickness. And then this cardstock is thick, and and I glued these digital printouts on it, so it just made it thicker, so it's not as flexible as what Kate Davy recommended, to use a 45 to 75 pound paper to make this booklet here. But in any case, lesson learned, right? Maybe that's what I need to do, is follow instructions. And then the final page is this. Oops, I just finished gluing that, so I think that's what I gotta consider as well. That I think if I try to open it more, it might unglue. So I don't know. We'll have to figure those things out. But here's my final one, another purple theme ATC card. So a stencil of a skull, and then I did some embellishment, and then this was one from that same story of the other one about the ghost left me or something like that. So the husband who lost the wife, I think he was saying he was 15, 20 years older than his wife, and something happened to his wife, right? I don't know what happened. But that was one of his final statements he made to the other guy. I guess he was an investigator, before leaving to go to the morgue, I guess, and make arrangements for her funeral. But he told them, he said, I should have been the one to go first. So that's kind of sad. Anyway, this is it. And then, of course, the back and another brayer off that I used, but I think the color combinations were pretty cool. And then this page I created with these circular tabs to hold your ATC. So I mean, details, right? But in any case, I didn't think about that. This is the back page, And if you really try to look in there, you can see the back of this, and it's not, you know, that's the cardboard, etc. So maybe future is to put a page there if there is cutouts like this, so that you don't see that. But you know, anyway, that's my creation. So this one is easier to put in, but you still have to be careful. And this is cardboard, pretty thick cardboard that I covered with this digital printout. And then I did the spine here, which is also another digital printout on heavy stock paper. I guess I can show you what I used here. So this is where it came from. So as you can see, it's pretty thick. You can hear it too. I think it's more than 75 pounds. Definitely, I think it is more. Anyway, so cut out the spine, right, to fit along with the pages here. And then the spine is a cutout, so I glued it to this covers. And then I added my pages in there. So it is a little tedious, but it was fun. And I think because it had been my first time, there was measuring that needed to be done, and I'm not the best at measuring and mathing and all that. So in any case, so since it's a wallet and it's not just a booklet, so see, if I leave it like that, I mean, it'll open up. So I added this nice dyed lace that I purchased from Lovely's Crafting Lodge. She also has a YouTube channel. And yeah, so she's ready to go to her new home. I really like it. I'm having a hard time parting with it, but I don't have time to make another one. Plus, it really is for this person. Her name is Bobby, and I had a lot of fun. So, Bobby, I don't think you're subscribed to my channel, but if you ever find me there, because I think I put my information on my. Did I put it on my ATC cards? I haven't, because I mean, I just started this YouTube channel. I don't know how much I'm